Hello everyone and welcome to the Good Old Gamer. So today's kind of an impromptu video. I just wanted to make this as there are many great deals out there if you're in the market to build a new PC especially. So I wanted to go ahead, instead of just throwing out a whole bunch of posts with affiliate links, I might as well go through what's out there, why I like the options, and if you're interested in picking them up, you can go ahead and do so. Affiliate links are down below. That also helps support the channel. So I'm not going to beat around the bush. Let's go ahead and check out some of the crazy deals going on right now. Now, the best of the best for the CPU is obviously the Intel Core i7-12700KF. This has been pretty normal here recently. This has been going on sale for about $240, pretty regular. Now they're down to $220. This is the best price this has been. And honestly, this CPU will trade blows with a 7800X3D when you properly tune it. It'll be a little slower, but we're talking about less than half the price. So if you're looking for a new build and you want something that's going to be substantial, it's going to last you a good long time, this is a great option. I've been recommending these ever since Intel really started heavily discounting them. So yeah, I would recommend this above all. However, there is another option that is pretty close. And right now, that's the Intel Core i5-12600K. Now, this one isn't the KF, so you do get the integrated GPU, and you lose 2 P cores, and you save $40. So it's kind of a toss-up which way you would want to go between these. I personally would spend the extra $40 and ditch the iGPU, but this is also a fairly solid deal. All right, so I decided to turn on the camera. I forgot that. So this way you can see me as I'm reacting to these. Now, you might be asking, what motherboard would you pair these with? Well, right now, the absolute best deal on the internet, hands down, is over here on Newegg. We have the MSI Z690 A Pro DDR4 boards, $114 or $115. Not bad in and of itself, but you get a $50 mail-in rebate, bringing it down to only $64, which helps make the 12700K or 12600K combination unbeatable. So for the money, you're just not going to get anything better than this. Now, there is another option if you wanted to spend a couple bucks more. They're running a pretty similar deal with the MSI Tomahawk Z690 DDR4 as well. It comes in at $155, so you're spending $40 more up front, but you get $20 more on the rebate. So overall, it's $20 more for the Tomahawk. Now, the main difference, which spurred some controversy in my Discord, is on this one, you get 2 more USB 3 ports. These are USB 2 on the A Pro. So you get a little bit more USBs there. You also get 16-phase VRM versus 14, and this uses 70 amp chokes versus 50 amps on the A Pro. Now, both of these are going to run at 12700K, 12600K, absolutely no problem. It's more of an aesthetics thing, and if you're thinking at some point you might go with, let's say, a 13900K or a 14900K, which can draw a lot more power because they have more cores, you might want to go with the board with the better VRMs. That's pretty much the only difference there. But there's no denying that the Z690 A Pro, that right now, this is the best deal in motherboards, period. $64 for this is absolutely crazy. And you don't even have to pony up the cash. Just use PayPal credit and let them hold on to somebody else's money for a little while. And then, yeah, once you get your check in, your rebate check, then you can just pay the bill off. So we're starting off with the Power Color Fighter RX 6700 XT. This is coming in at $299. So there's no faffing around, just $299. Of course, you could go ahead and get the business card and get $100 off. That gets you down to $199. And this will also come with, I don't know why they don't have it listed, but you will also get the premium version of Starfield, which is $100. So that's $100 off as well. So in reality, if you were going to buy Starfield and you wanted the premium edition, and if you take advantage of this, you can literally get this for $99. If you don't want to go with their card, then it's $199 if Starfield's what you wanted. And even at $299, that's a pretty solid deal for an RX 6700 XT. Now, this is a basic model, but these don't really draw a whole lot of power. They pretty much cap out at 200 watts. The basic cooler will do the job. Next up is our buddy, the 6950 XT, the new mid-range graphics card. AMD should just keep selling these, in my opinion. Right now, we have that coming in at $579, but you also get an additional $10 off with promo code, so that's $569. So that's pretty good there. And once again, you also get Starfield Premium, which is a $100 value. And I know a lot of you guys out there are going to be looking at getting Starfield. Now, this one appears to be on back order. They also have an ASRock version, which is basically the same price. I'll have both linked down below. I just went with this one because it was technically the lowest price. So that's absolutely crazy, and you can take advantage if you want to use Zip Pay. They're also offering an additional 12% off, which we're going to see on the next graphics card. So I recently did a video saying the RX 7900 XTX coming in at $800. A lot of people were like, well, that's only if you account for the games and things like that. Well, now you can get it for actually $800, and then you also get the $100 Starfield as a bonus. So if you do want to count that, you can go ahead and get this for effectively $699 right now. Now, how does this work? It says $899. Well, once again, this is where the Zip Pay promo comes in. So I found this deal over here on Slick Deals, and this is how you do this. So you go ahead and you buy it. You have to pay with Zip Pay. You have no other option if you want that additional discount, and use the promo code ZipTech, and then that gets you down to $799 out the door. So you don't have to worry about anything else going on there. In my eyes, that's very similar to the Amazon giving you $100 if you use their credit card type of promo that they're doing. But if you have decent credit, I would save the $100 if you wanted to pick this up at $800. As I've said before, this is a great card. And then if you want Starfield, that's another $100 off. And then the last thing that I wanted to bring up that really kind of jumped out at me is SSDs. SSDs are getting much, much cheaper. I actually have one of these. ACER sent this over, the GM7000 2TB Gen 4 NVMe. Right now, they're only $99. Like a month ago, they were $150, and before that, they were like $200. So these are basically half price from maybe 3 months ago, which is crazy. The reason why I picked this one, there are cheaper options out there, but this is basically maxing out the PCIe Gen 4 at 7,400 megabytes sequential read, and then up to 6,700 megabytes per second sequential writes. This is fast enough to work on a PlayStation 5. So it's basically about the fastest SSD you can get on Gen 4, and it's under $100. So I would say it's probably worth spending the extra $10 or $20 over some of the cheaper, slower Gen 4 drives, just to have the fastest, especially with games like Starfield, saying they're going to require NVMe's. Might as well have extra bandwidth if it can actually use it. So alrighty guys, there's some crazy deals right there. Like I said, the 7900 XTX at actually $899, and then once again, $899, $799 if you use the Zip Pay, and then you get the $100 game on top. That is a really, really solid deal right now. And then you can't beat a $65 Z690 motherboard. Now, a lot of people be like, why wouldn't you recommend DDR5? The DDR5 boards are rather expensive relative. Now, $65 is a crazy good deal. Even $85 is a crazy good deal. You can spend $250 on an okay DDR5 board, but that's substantially more money. Most of you guys probably already have decent DDR4, DDR4 3600 CL16 or Samsung B-Die kits. They could just slap in there and you could save even more money by not having to buy RAM. As of right now, I didn't see any crazy good deals on RAM. I'll go ahead and link the ACER Predators that I use. They're about $150 for the 3600 C16s. And then there's the HP V10s for $130. Those are B-Dies, but they're DDR4 3200 B-Die kits. Can't guarantee how fast those will clock. I know the ACER Predators will get you to 3800 or 4000 without any issues. So if you don't have good DDR4, you might be better off just investing in DDR5, but the deal is so good, you could just pick up some cheap DDR4 and resell the board and the cheap RAM later on if you wanted to upgrade to DDR5. In reality, in my testing, we saw a very small difference, only 5 FPS at all resolutions. So 4K, 5 FPS faster. At 1440p, it was 5 FPS faster. And then at even 1080p, it was only 5 FPS faster than the DDR4. We tested that I don't know, a few months ago. I'll leave a link to that video down in the description below. But yeah, so in my opinion, definitely the way to go right now. Next year, I believe DDR5 motherboards, decent ones, will be a really good value. And that'll be the time to upgrade. But they're just fire sailing the old Z690s. And Z690 DDR4 is fine. You don't want Z690 DDR5s. They just don't work very well. I tried that Strix G board, and it won't even do DDR 570-200, and that's an 8-layer board. So yeah, if you're buying like a cheaper Z690 DDR5 board, you're not gonna get good speeds. So I would ignore that. And the Z790 boards are still carrying a pretty big premium right now. So I'd recommend going that route. And then once again, the i7 12700KF, just the people's champ. You know, it's going to be within spitting distance of AMD's $450 7900 or 7800 X3D. I say it's probably going to be about 5% slower, as the 12700 K when I tested it was 10 to 20% faster than the 5800 X3D. Just say it's 15%. The 7800 X3D comes in 20-ish% faster than that, maybe 25, depending on where you go. So 5 to 10% faster for less than half the price. You just can't beat it. It's unbeatable. You do have to tune, you do have to put in some B-die and put in a little bit of work, but let's go ahead and just see what this would actually end up costing you. All right, so let's say you get the CPU for $220, and let's say you go $65 for the motherboard. Let's assume you have DDR4, even if it's not the best. You just want to carry it forward, save some money, so you don't even need that. So you go with that SSD for $100. Cooler, I mean, there's plenty of coolers out there. Maybe I'll link one in the video description. I'll find a pretty good deal. 360 AIOs are going for like $80-ish. So let's just say 85. We'll even go a little high on that one. And then you could slot in any of those graphics cards that we were looking at. So for example, let's say you wanted to pair this with the 6950 XT, which is what I would consider to be mid-range today. Those were coming in at, what was that? That was 570, right? Plus 570. And then case, power supply, and that's all that's really left to put in there. So let's say you just spend $200 on a case and a power supply. You're looking at a $1,200 super high-end system within just a few percentage points of the best, assuming you have DDR4. If you don't, let's just say you get a $100 kit, 3600 C16s. You're still under $1,500 and you're getting near top of the line performance. So let's go ahead and minus off the 570, and let's say you do want, like, right there, you want the best performance. Instead, let's just add on the 799. You get the 7900 XTX. You're still just a little bit over $1,500, and you're just a hair below the fastest systems on the planet. People with $5,000-$6,000 systems are slightly better than you. So that's the reason why I wanted to do this video. You can absolutely build a monster PC. Those, in my opinion, are the best deals. If you already have AM4, the 5800 X3Ds are still on sale. They're like $277. Once again, they're slower than the 12700Ks, so it's not a great deal next to that, but instead of having to build a whole new system and just have a pop-in upgrade, I'm going to link that one down below too for all of you AM4 owners. That's a great option. Alrighty, guys, I just wanted to throw that out there. You can get pretty much next to top-of-the-line performance, just like one hair down, for just over $1,500. That's amazing. So, alrighty, guys, don't spend $5,000, $6,000, $8,000, $10,000. I mean, if you're going to do it, make sure you use the affiliate links, but I would strongly recommend going this route instead. But alrighty, guys, that'll do it for me here today. I'll be back on Friday doing the live stream at 4 p.m. Eastern time. Get my time zones mixed up a little bit sometimes when I do that, but 4 p.m. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, smash that notification bell, send this around if anybody's in the market to build. Today is the day to buy because the deals are just absolutely nuts. We'll see what happens this holiday season, but I can't see them being a whole lot better than this. But alrighty, guys, take care. I'll catch you guys in the next video.